Hello, this is a quick guide to what to expect when joining a Collaborate session using your mobile phone or tablet. Blackboard Collaborate Ultra is a real-time video conferencing tool that lets you add files and share applications and use a virtual whiteboard to interact with others. Collaborate sessions are joined via a browser on your mobile. So it doesn't matter what operating system your phone has. It works with Apple iOS, Android, and Windows tablets and phones. However, Collaborate works best with the Chrome browser, and you can avoid issues in sessions by making sure that your Chrome browser is up to date. In this video, I'm using an iPhone with the Safari browser, and my colleagues use Chrome on different types of Android phones. Be aware, if you're using a Huawei Android phone, Google have limited some Chrome features, so there can be a few oddities in performance on these specific mobiles. With Collaborate on your mobile, you can do these things. You can view the whiteboard or view an application on another user's desktop. You can send and receive chat messages with the entire room. You can listen to other speakers and you can speak to the room. You can get access to breakout rooms and you can respond to polls in the session. Where the host moderator has set permission, you can share content to the session, such as image files, PowerPoints, or PDFs. You should get a practice or test session with your academic partner before your teaching session. This will help you to understand the parts of the tool that you need to interact with for that session. This should be minimal, as your academic partner should manage the session itself. Collaborate roles. Attendees can be either moderators, presenters, participants, and captioners in Collaborate. So if you're curious who is who, open the Attendees panel to find out. There are 3 different role levels for session attendees. That's participant, presenter, and moderator. Each one has different levels of permissions access to session tools. The captioner role is a specialist role to provide sessions with live captions and will only be seen in sessions where a specific need has been identified. So participants. On joining a session, you will be a participant. A moderator can change your status to presenter or moderator at any time in the session. Participants have the basic permissions needed to join in with the session. As a participant, you can enable and disable notifications, such as when attendees enter and leave a session, or when someone has posted something to the chat. Moderators decide if participants can share audio and video and chat and draw on the whiteboard or share files. Most teaching sessions will be set so that you can chat and share audio and video when necessary. Moderators can permit or restrict specific functions for all participants, so you may or may not be able to draw on the whiteboard, or you may or may not be muted. When moderators start breakout groups, everyone is automatically added as a presenter. The presenter role is designed to allow attendees to present without giving them full moderator privileges. Presenters can upload, share, edit, and stop sharing content. They can also see hand raise notifications and can lower hands. They can't see or set polls or share camera or breakout rooms on mobiles. Moderators have full control over all content being shared. They can make any attendee a presenter or a moderator. Moderators can see hand raise notifications and can lower hands. They can remove attendees from a session, but they can't remove other moderators. Moderators can set the session settings, including deciding what participants can and can't do. They can set polls or breakout rooms on mobiles, but they can't see the share camera option and can't share applications on mobiles. Moderators get email with links to their session recordings. How do you join a session? You'll be sent a link to a Blackboard Collaborate session. Click the emailed link and accept the notice and consent. It should pre-fill the Collaborate session URL. If not, you'll need to paste it in. Click on the link and it opens Blackboard Collaborate. Type your name in. Then click the Join Session button. A message pops up. Blackboard would like to be allowed to access your microphone and video cameras. Say yes, otherwise they won't work. Setting up for the session. Try to join this session with at least 15 minutes to spare before the start time. This will give you the time to get yourself set up and test your settings for audio, video and notifications. In the bottom right-hand side, you have the My Sessions panel, indicated by a purple tab. You've got the icons running left to right for the session menus. Chat on the left, followed by Participants, then Share Content, with Settings last. You can text, chat and collaborate just as you can with Teams, Skype, WhatsApp. You'll enter the session muted, so you'll need to unmute your microphone by clicking the microphone icon in the bottom center menu. When you click this, Collaborate will ask for permission to access your video preview and for you to test it. You can ensure your video and audio is set up appropriately by clicking on the Settings icon in the My Session panel and testing your audio and video. You should do this as soon as you enter the room. Remember, you can also set the notification types in here too. I generally switch off the audio notifications because I find them distracting and particularly problematic as I'm hearing impaired. On a mobile phone, I think I'd probably switch off the visual notifications as well because there's so little screen space. Notifications popping up all the time would be very distracting over the top of the content you're trying to view. Okay, so once you're happy with your notifications, your audio and your video settings, you can leave settings alone for the rest of the session. You can now go and engage with the session. You can choose to arrange video feeds for your preference on your mobile phone by selecting the blocks icon on the top right. You'll get either a linear list or a grid view. You can view content such as PowerPoints, video, or sharing an application or the screen or the whiteboard, whilst also text chatting. Your academic partner will manage running the session and sharing of content. You shouldn't have to worry about any of that side of it. The main things to focus on are making sure that your video and audio work, that you can enter text in the chat box and respond to people. The little person icon on the left-hand side of the menu at the center bottom of the screen is your settings and status. In here you can respond to questions with agree or disagree. You can indicate with emojis your status. You can also keep track of your connection speeds. When a shared slide is showing, the annotate icon row at the top of the screen indicates that you can draw or write over it with text. It's the same with the whiteboard if that's what's being shared with you. It only shows if the host moderator has permitted it. Below the three horizontal lines menu in the top left of the screen is a submenu with 4 icons. This is where you find the zoom and pan tools. I frequently find this useful for shared text documents or slides where the text is densely packed and small. Joining from a mobile phone, this would be absolutely essential for me. Share content on mobiles. So you can share some content, but there are some limitations on mobiles. You can upload content including PowerPoint presentations. On a mobile device, you cannot share application. This option is visible but struck through, while the share camera option is not shown at all. So open the Collaborate panel and select Share Content. Select one of these share options to start sharing and collaborating with others. The options are Whiteboard or File. You can upload multiple presentations in a session as long as the total file size is 125 megabytes or less. Share Whiteboard. You can open a blank whiteboard to draw or just jot down notes. Moderators decide if participants can use the whiteboard during a session. Share files. You can upload GIFs, JPEGs and PNG images, PDF files or PowerPoint presentations of 60 megabytes or lower to your session. You can upload multiple presentations. However, the total size allowed is 125 megabytes or lower for any session. In this particular session, you can see I've added 2 PowerPoints, a PDF and 2 image files. Screen reader users can access text from PowerPoint and PDF files shared in the session. This provides an easy way to follow along as the slides change. As moderators and presenters, you must select the Share Files and upload the files to Collaborate for screen readers to be able to access that text. Select Add Files here or drag a file into the box to upload it. Then select Share Now when you're ready for others to see the file. Moderators can choose to allow participants to mark up your shared file. To stop sharing content, click the circular dot icon beside the file in the Share panel. Quick tip: if you're recording your session, please allow 8 seconds for the recording to include your shared file before moving on. It takes a few moments to catch up. Content annotation tools. You need to use these tools to edit and mark up shared files in the whiteboard. Use the arrow to select an object on the whiteboard. After you select it, you can resize it, you can move it, you can delete it. You can use the hand to point to different areas of the visible slide. Attendees see whatever you are pointing to on the slide. Remember, it's good practice to verbalize or speak what you're actually doing for those of us who can't see very well, and that will include a lot of people accessing on the mobile phone. Use the pencil to draw freehand on the slide. You can use the Shapes icon to draw a rectangle, ellipse or a straight line. Type text on the slide with the T symbol. And use Clear, that's the eraser symbol, to undo everything. Each attendee can use the View Controls menu, which is under the little burger menu on the top left-hand side of the window, to customize their individual view with show or hide your zoom, fit and size controls. Clicking this expands the View Controls menu to show zoom in, zoom out, best fit and actual size tools. Best fit takes advantage of your screen real estate. Content adjusts to be completely viewable in the available area. It displays as large as possible while keeping the aspect ratio intact. These actions are visible only to you. For example, others won't see you zoom the content in or out, and you won't see what others zoom. Use the slide navigation controls to move to the previous or next slide. Connection status. Collaborate monitors and adjust to your connection speed. This means you can take part in sessions even when your connection is slow or your network is poor. You can check the connection status for everyone in the session, including yourself. There are 2 places you can watch the status of network connections: from the Attendees panel and from your profile picture on the main stage. Collaborate also tells you when attendees are in the process of joining or reconnecting to the session. So, some tips for best experience. For all attendees, recommend that you close all programs on your computer or mobile except for the browser you're using for your Collaborate session. Use a hardwired Ethernet connection for a computer if it's available. If not, use a Wi-Fi connection and be as close to the router as you can possibly be. Only use up-to-date internet browsers that are supported by Blackboard Collaborate. This is usually the latest 2 stable updated versions, and preferentially use Chrome or Firefox, the WebRTC browsers for full functions. Use Safari on iOS devices. Only use video when absolutely necessary, and make sure you've closed any streaming services such as YouTube, Netflix, Spotify, etc. Use a headset if possible. On a mobile, the in-ear headphones that come with your phone generally work quite well. Test the audio input and output before your session. A usability and accessibility tip. On your mobile, make sure that your screen refresh setting is not set to a short frequency. This becomes incredibly annoying in a session as you have to keep touching the screen to keep it active. You can reset this in your settings menu on your phone. For moderators, the same basic tips apply as well. We strongly recommend that you use an Ethernet cable for presenting and moderating. If you're a first-time user, make a test recording to ensure that the audio and video works and plays back with optimal clarity and volume. Be prepared and upload your PowerPoints, PDFs, images before the session starts. Remind yourself how to manage participant settings in a live session. And remember that the recording of a live session will stop recording when all users are in breakout groups. Remember, you'll need to start the recording again when everyone returns to the main room, and then to inform attendees that there will actually be 2 recordings for that session. If you think attendees may miss something because of poor network connections, you can try these things. Record sessions so that attendees can review what they may have missed. Share your presentations and scripts in advance where attendees can find them. This is a more accessible practice. Mute attendees in large sessions. If you need to, you can also stop participants from sharing their video from the session settings. Monitor the connection status of attendees to see if anyone may be missing anything, and keep the attendees panel open to make this easier. At the end of the session, to leave, you click the menu on the top left-hand side with the 3 horizontal lines. When it opens, scan down to the bottom left of the screen to the Leave Session button. This is actually one of the oddities we found with the Huawei phone. The page didn't auto-size, it actually zoomed in and cut off the page area without providing a scrolling function. So my colleague couldn't see the Leave Session button and couldn't action it. You'll notice that afterwards you are asked for feedback on the quality of the experience of the session. So what the audio is like, what the video is like, was it a strong connection, etc. Please don't feel you necessarily have to fill that in.